That was your first time hitting the record button.
Yeah,
ever.
I don't do much around here, Neil. I just show up.
That's
And actually, then I don't even show up.
No. Yeah, that really is the first time you ever hit. Well,
Yep.
hey,
you
the reason why
you said don't touch my board.
the reason why we have this episode is because of Tyler Tarver hitting the record button.
Oh.
If you hadn't, we wouldn't have had it. So our job here in the next 30 minutes or less is to help you stay the smartest person in every single room. My name is Neil Greathouse. That's Tyler Tarver. This is the Explain Everything podcast. And this week in sports cards, we're talking.
I wish. I would
Tyler
listen to a sports
perked
card podcast as soon as you say it. Okay.
You perked up.
I know.
We're talking about why Chick-fil-A can't lose. And honestly, they don't. Welcome to WrestleMania. Chick-fil-A sandwiches versus, what's that guy's name who has the knee braces?
Popeyes.
Austin.
Oh. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Stone Cold McDonald's sandwiches.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Tyler and Neil Explain Everything podcast. Now officially your fourth favorite podcast. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you go to patreon.com/explain everything to get exclusive episodes. Looks like we made it.
It really does look like we made it.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. We'll do the voiceovers from here.
Brian, first off,
GMC trucks like a rock.
like a rock. I can't sing. I can't do any. I can't memorize songs. I can't do anything.
Wow.
But I can talk in a country accent.
Yes, you can.
So why can I not be a country singer? Johnny's daddy. By the way, my daughter, she's been listening to music. I don't know why she got on a little country kick. She makes her little playlist. She starts playing a song. Johnny's daddy rolls up.
No.
I was like, girl, you just stepped into my zone. Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Welcome to my world.
I sang the whole first opening stanzas. Is that? I don't know if that's terminology.
No, Tony Danza.
Tony Stanzas.
Tiny Dancer.
It's a tiny stanza by Tony Stanzers. Okay, sorry. What do you know about
Benedict
Chick-fil-A?
Cumberbatch Bubble Bath.
Benedict Cumberbatch Bubble Bath. That's a callback to our own episodes. If you don't know what we're talking about, get your act together
Go
become a Patreon member at patreon.com/explain-everything.
So every Monday we have episodes, brand new episodes that come out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcast. But also, Tyler, what happened to gravity over there?
I don't know. My microphone just did My microphone did a little snifferino.
Did a little do-si-do.
A little square dancing. Johnny's daddy. That's a bad square dancing song. That's a bad song to dance to. It's like 8th grade. You walk out there and your hands are sweating, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on your sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. And you put your arms on that girl's waist and you start just kind of swaying back and forth.
You're
so nervous. Yeah. You don't know anything. You're awkward.
Sweating.
7th through 9th grade, your body's just figuring things out.
So in a previous episode that we just recorded, we got done and I told Tyler that my armpits were very sweaty. And I said, I don't know why that happened. And Tyler said, it's because we just had fun.
Did I say that? I honestly don't remember saying that at all.
It was like 4 minutes ago.
I had to pee. I was blacking out at that point. I was like Will Ferrell in Old School when he was giving that good answer.
So every Thursday, we have a Patreon episode that comes out to only our paid subscribers. That is on patreon.com.
We have never missed a week.
Everything.
Never once missed a week.
Along. So
we say that. I don't want you to assume we miss a lot of weeks. We don't.
No, we don't. We've actually only missed 1 week.
1 week, and
it's not going to be a habit.
That was
everybody.
That was my friend Neil's fault.
Everybody. Sorry,
it was my
Pushed
fault.
It off.
It was my fault.
So the Chick-fil-A sandwich, the chicken sandwich, is rated America's #1 fast food sandwich.
Okay, first off,
yes,
it's who's rating it? Because the #1 movie of all time. Like who said? Like Bill liked it, so he said it. What is the qualification?
Who, Bill?
It's not Godfather 2. Like how
Kill
is it?
Bill Volume 2.
Kill Bill Volume 2, greatest movie ever made.
I don't know who was surveyed. I'm sure it was just random Americans.
So we're just going to say it. We have listeners that come to us for their information first.
Ask the chickens their opinion.
Well, we can't because we're cutting.
Because they're dead.
Cutting butts. We prayed with them before we cut their heads off.
Sure.
Chick-fil-A walks in. They're like, we baptized this chicken, and then they cut their head off.
In this bath of peanut oil and hot pressure.
Now put two pickles on it.
Why
do they do that? They just hide 2 pickles in every. Why is
they don't hide them? You know they're there.
Why do they think that we all want 2 generic pickle slices?
Okay.
In a chicken sandwich.
It's funny you would ask that. I'm going to tell you
Are
why.
you really? No, you're not.
Yeah, no,
That's not in your
notes. It's actually in the notes.
What in the world, Neil? How are you so prepared for everything?
I researched what pickles are in there. Hey, brother, why you got the pickles in there?
Hey, he's part of the Kingsman.
Tyler's out there in the loo, and he forgot about my sweaty pits. So
we're having fun now.
So this is everything you need to know. There is a long line of customers that are doubled up in the drive-thru if you have been to a Chick-fil-A. Also, downtown Little Rock is getting a drive-thru only Chick-fil-A.
Drive-thru only?
Coming. Yeah, it's drive-thru only. Because downtown, nobody's going to sit. You don't want people to sit in there. So today, they're the third largest fast food chain in the United States. So based off of sales in 2020, this is the top, and it's weird. You would think it'd be top 10. I, for some reason, put top 11 because number 11 makes me laugh, and so I included them in there. So the first one, what do you think the first one is?
At McDonald's.
Yeah, definitely McDonald's, and it's just by sheer volume alone.
They have the lion's share.
They do.
Stop it. Stay focused.
Got him.
No.
So McDonald's
Neil.
In 2020 alone, they did $40.5 billion in French fries and burgers and all that stuff.
It's like our Patreon.
So, so Starbucks is second at $18.75 billion.
Fast food
they do because they have food.
Bacon, egg
they have
bites,
food. Yes, they do.
Which I think I contributed to a good portion of this.
I adore those
I
bacon
love
egg bites.
them. The only thing I don't like is that I want to eat more of them all the time.
I like them. I love them. I got to have more of them.
No, I want some more of them. I tried so hard. Can't rise above it. Don't know what it is, but my little gals. Not my little gals. Those little gals love it. They're not mine.
Hey, them little gals.
Sorry, Amanda.
Chick-fil-A is at third at $12.8 billion. Next, which is weird, Taco Bell's at $11 billion. Wendy's at $10.2. Then Burger King. Then Dunkin' Donuts, which actually is not called Dunkin' Donuts. It's just called Dunkin' because America runs on Dunkin'.
Yeah, well, not as much as the other places.
Hey, you weirdo. Forget it. Get over here with your Dunkin' Donuts.
Get over here.
Subway is number 9. Domino's is 10. And then we just put in here as an honorable mention. There's a big gap between Domino's $8.2 billion. Chipotle is number 11 at $5.9 billion.
Want a healthy snack, Rebecca? Want Chipotle? I said a healthy snack, Rebecca. It's a great vine. Sorry,
Rebecca. So Andrew Cathy is the CEO. They're an Atlanta-based company. They're all built on a recipe from a restaurateur. His name is Truett Cathy. Truett, Truett. And there's a lot of Truett Juniors, Truett the thirds, Truett the fourths.
Yeah, how you spell that?
Truett.
Okay, just checking. That's a lot of T's.
It is, Tyler Tarver. So the reason why he made this chicken recipe is because it was a faster way to cook boneless chicken.
Yeah, absolutely.
They use a pressure cooker and peanut oil. They don't just drop it in a fryer. They pressure cook it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm a cooker.
I'm a cook.
You knew it was coming.
So none of the employees have access to the whole recipe word for word.
Yeah, but is it hard to figure out at this point?
So where were we at? I went to a barbecue place for lunch yesterday, and I was one of the guys I was with. Was asking the lady what was in there, like their sweet potatoes, because he wanted to see if it was gluten free. And she just started rattling off everything that's in it. And I said, "You better stop, young lady. I'm gonna steal your recipe." She kind of laughed at start, and then just literally dead eyed me. She's like, "Don't steal my recipe from."
And then you open up a competitor right across the street,
only selling that one thing.
The name of the restaurant's called "I Stole This from My Next Door Neighbor."
Neil's Sweet Potatoes. Sorry.
Wait, no. That was what they called you in junior high. Don't let me get. No, you got to give me time.
I will.
I knew there was a response in my head. I didn't know what it was until I said shush. And then I said, that was your nickname in junior high, Neil Sweet Potatoes.
Tyler put his hand up on my face and went,
I
bloop,
put my finger
lips.
on your mouth. Bloop. That's one of my favorite things to do in real life.
I
Is
just
put
don't
my finger on
touch my
somebody.
face.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Don't touch my face. So this is the same.
What was that noise? I forgot it was an audio podcast.
I forgot what we were even
literally
doing.
looking at you. I just got lost in that moment. Neil Sweet Potatoes.
Since 1977, this
I've been
recipe
doing that
has
since
not changed.
1977.
It is 2 pickles, chicken, and a toasted bun. There's no sauce on it. There's no anything. What it does is it balances out the acidity with the buttery goodness of the roll, the bun itself, and it actually pairs nicely with the breading on the chicken.
Yeah, Also, it doesn't. It tastes gross.
You don't like the pickles?
No. It's like a surprise.
I sit here and eat a jar of pickles. So, in a marathon or an Ironman, they actually tell you to
brag
drink.
Much?
No, I'm explaining
wow.
what they say.
Why are you going to bring that into every conversation? We've never done a podcast where you didn't. You're like a Superman in a Seinfeld episode. Every single episode, Neil talks about his marathons.
The only thing I brag about is that I watch all of my movies on a plane. That's the only way you're like, oh, travel much? You travel vlogger?
Oh, you're rich enough to have Apple TV?
I don't like germs. So thanks, Gravy, for bringing that up. All right.
Man.
So their name, Chick-fil-A, I did not know this, is a take on chicken fillet. Filet.
Okay, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that.
Chick-fil-A?
There's a
fish fillet? Oh, that's where he got it because he said fish fillet in that one song.
Fish fillet.
Then he said chicken fillet in the
He's just recycling old rhymes.
Kanye,
Come
stop.
on, Kanye.
Kanye's dropping hints to our podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kanye.
Thanks, Kanye.
Appreciate it. He's at patreon.com/explain everything
he really
subscriber.
Is. Yeah.
So the A in Chick-fil-A means top quality, like an A plus.
Oh, but what if they get a B on their
Chick-fil-B?
What? It's too good.
So
I was kind of hoping to be Chick-fil-A plus.
Right. Plus,
why are we
plus,
just
plus,
like a
plus.
95? Why can't we be a 98?
Chick-fil 4.0?
I mean, that would be great. Right. AP class 4.2.
So other fast food chains, they expand on their menu because they're trying to attract new customers, i.e. the McRib sandwich or whatever. It's limited time only.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Chick-fil-A doesn't.
No.
So McDonald's has 49 additions to their original menu.
Okay.
Burger King has 37 additions to their original menu. Chick-fil-A, 12 since 1977. Okay. Their focus is we want to focus on a small menu. We want to focus on them chickens. Look at all those chickens. So simple means the customers know what's on. Yes.
Well, before you move on, you said Chick-fil-A wants to focus on those chickens. I got a picture of they baptize the chicken, they bring it out, and they just stare into that chicken's eyes. They just make deep chicken eye contact. And then they cut their head off.
In that order?
Yeah.
They baptize it in the peanut oil?
Stare them down. 10 seconds, unblinking.
And right before. And
then they put their finger on their mouth and go, shh. Sorry.
Before they cut their head off, they're just like, my pleasure. So
God bless.
They're trying to get consistency so that when you go to Chick-fil-A, you don't have to remember, hey, what's all the crazy stuff that's on the menu? It's the same thing every single time, and it tastes the same way. You start to expect it. So customer satisfaction rankings are actually more important than just sales. For U.S. fast food chains in which is the United States, from 2015
in Istanbul
to Istanbul. Constantinople. 2015 to 2021, Chick-fil-A maintains an average of 85% rating.
That's pretty good. That's a B. So why isn't it Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. What is it going to take to get that up to an A?
What's it going to take to get
you under this Buick?
Get under this Buick.
Hey, listen, you like your car doors to be so heavy you can't hardly even open them, and they close on themselves sometimes. You get your pant leg caught up in that thing, you trip, fall, skin up your chin. Next thing you know, you're taking family photos with Aunt Matilda. She's like, what's wrong with you? I can't let you out of my sight for like 15 minutes. You soiled yourself. What's wrong with you? Hey,
get in this Buick.
Hey, can't they Photoshop that off your chin? Hey, here's 50 cents. Go get a rat to chew that thing off your chin for me. Sorry. There's actually an inside story on that. We don't have time to go into it. No, okay. We do. A very prominent man that you know and I know that has a lot of influence in people's lives. There was a guy, another gentleman who was in the same industry that actually came up to me and goes, listen, I really need advice. I want you to tell me, like, what are things we need to do to become better at our jobs? And he goes, really? You genuinely want me to know? He was like, yeah. He goes, tell your wife to lose 100 pounds and here's 50 cents. Go pay a rat to chew that mole off your face. No. I'm not making that up.
No.
And the guy actually went and told his wife she needed to lose weight and he didn't do anything with the mole on his face. Anyways, moving right along.
Did she lose weight?
Yeah, she lost a lot of weight.
Oh wow.
Okay, so after Chick-fil-A in the customer service ranking, I knew we're not leaving that one.
In no point was his advice that they get into a Buick.
What's it gonna take?
You want to pretend like you're rich but not be rich, Bob Buick.
Yeah. What, you think you're better than me?
Yeah,
Think you
because I drive a Buick.
So Starbucks is next. KFC is the lowest ranked fast food chain in the United States. KFC. Yeah, above Rallies. KFC is lower.
Why?
Because they're bad. When's the last time you went to a KFC?
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
I did like them chicken pot pies. I'll tell you the last time I went. When I was a kid, chicken pot pie.
Oh, they had a double down.
Double down. We'd go through the drive-thru. I was with my mom. I'm a little kid. I'm like, hey, Mom. She's like, what do you want from Chick-fil-A? Because it was near my grandma's house.
Yeah.
And I would go 2 chicken pot pies and something else. And I'd get it every time. Okay. I start driving. I'm 16. I work on Saturdays. It pays for me during the week because I'm not very expensive. And I go through until I got into sports cards. And I go through the drive-thru. And I just said, yeah, I'll take 2 chicken pot pies and something else. And they were like, okay, that's going to be $16. I go, hard pass.
No, that's a
I'm
no.
like, Mom, why did you let me spend $16 a meal on this stuff?
That's crazy.
It was wild.
You're not willing to pay for it
I was like, this is why you're in credit card debt?
This is why you had to take out a second mortgage on your home.
This is why you go through here to drop me off at my grandma's to go sell watches as a second job. You should have just told me.
Did you see that they just found it was like $10.1 million in fake Rolexes in New York City. They just found a truckload full of them that they were offloading. They're fake Rolexes worth 10. There were that many of them in there. All right,
of the fake ones cost that much.
Fake cost that much. Yeah, that's a lot of. Fake
and they were
Rolexes.
just going to hand them to people on the sidewalk to sell.
Yeah, they're like, when they're handing out those brochures, they're constantly like tapping them, like tap 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 tap. They were handing out Rolexes. So upstream ordering is while you're still waiting in line in the drive-thru. Upstream ordering is something different. This is called, so when you pull into Chick-fil-A, you notice that it's not just pull up to the speaker. It's like you're in line.
Yeah, there's people walking up to me.
Right. Now, I did not realize this. This is crazy. Like we're smart people, Tyler.
I think I'm really smart.
So I think you're smarter than I am. This is what's called when you see those 2 lines that are up there and someone is coming out to take your order while you're still in your car and not even up to the technical drive-thru window. That's called upstream ordering. And I didn't know why they did it until now.
Tell me. Everything.
It started during the pandemic and just before, because remember in our Starbucks episode, we talked about how customer interaction ratings are everything. You want a customer actual interaction. But because of mobile ordering with Starbucks, because of drive-thru ordering, you don't get that face-to-face interaction.
Yep. Robots.
This is what Chick-fil-A started to notice. If they were going to keep their customer satisfaction rating so high, they want you to come in contact with more employees face-to-face, not just through a speaker and not just at a window. So this is because they got tired of not being able to see your face as a customer and you being able to see theirs, being kind, being gracious. So that's why those people are standing there. It's not because it makes the drive-thru more efficient. That's a secondary thing. The first thing was they want you to see more of their employees. That's crazy. I had no idea. It makes sense.
It does make sense. Like people want to talk to people.
Yeah.
And I mean, we think with all the convenience on our phone and apps and all this, so robots, it's fine. But people also like to be reassured. They like to be like, I've got you. I've got you. Because how many times do you go onto a website and you start clicking around and you're like, okay, I'm getting frustrated. I want to quit at every point of this. Yeah. Versus I just want to call somebody.
Representative.
Representative. Let me speak to your manager.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you want to see. So it's wild that person is there. Like, there's an extra person there who will give you your receipt if you want it. Do you really need another person to get you?
No.
Yes. Well,
I don't actually want that because then I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Like, this is not a
I just roll my window up. Sorry
I
about
say,
your microphone.
I just say, no, you don't, mister.
You don't.
And I do this little.
Roll the window up.
I roll the window up and I go, watch me whip, watch me nay-nay.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't actually whip a nay-nay, though. I have no room.
You just say watch it,
I'm in a
and then you
Prius.
don't. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, if I was in a Tesla, though.
But you're saving money.
I'd be whipping a nay-nay and all day nay-nay.
So the franchise model, which you know about.
Yeah, absolutely. They're called operators.
Yeah.
I knew that.
So they're actually called operators. So the franchisee covers the cost of opening the restaurant. Chick-fil-A owns each location. They build the restaurant itself. They're not looking for financial investors. This doesn't cost much. What does it have? How much does it cost?
It's like $10,000, right?
Yeah, I think it's. Oh man, yeah, it actually is. It's 10,000. You're right. See, I told you guys.
I looked into it
because you did. And they don't let you have full ownership of everything. No. You're just a franchisee. So they don't want to be somebody's side business. They make you spend a year investing in working with, learning the process because they don't want somebody to just have some. Hey, I own 15 Chick-fil-A's and don't care about them.
Yeah.
So franchisees are called operators. They pick them from a rigorous process. It's like getting a Harvard MBA. It can take 12 months of training in restaurants, interviews, background checks. They get 8,000 applications annually. They only pick 130 new operators per year.
Oh, dang. That's pretty...
Yeah, that's a low number.
Wow.
That's an acceptance rate lower than Stanford University.
Yeah, so like
Okay,
Stanford's not that impressive. Like
jerks.
that's pretty cool. I like that you found that and brought that into
but it
it.
makes no difference.
But also like Stanford, like is it hard to get in there?
Jerks.
Like, they know our ACT scores. We did really well on
They
ACT.
know. They know yours. So they have the lowest franchisee startup cost of any fast food chain restaurant. That's $10,000. The franchise fee for McDonald's is $45,000, as well as $1.3 million of additional investments over time.
We're not in the burger business.
No,
we're in the real estate business.
They are.
BJ Novak.
Wow.
The Office.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's where Ryan went. Ryan Howard. He's got an MBA.
Ryan Reynolds. So they want to saturate.
Reynolds.
Chick-fil-A doesn't want to saturate the market. Annual sales per restaurant in 2021. Chick-fil-A is at $5 million. McDonald's is at 2.9. That's per restaurant. Chick-fil-A is doing more per location than McDonald's is with more locations.
But doesn't Subway have more? No. Sonic has more locations than McDonald's, right?
I don't know.
I
think it's Subway.
Several years ago, one of those two passed. Something starts with an S.
There's like a Subway in every Walmart.
Yeah, it might be Subway.
It might be.
They have more locations than McDonald's.
Subway. It is
but
Subway.
it was still like 8th or 9th on the list.
It's crazy. So Chipotle has a $2.2 million average sales per restaurant, and then Subway is $0.375 million. So what they're trying to do is they're putting as many of them out there which is what happens in the sports card industry. You don't want to. Am I right about that?
Yeah, you're doing great.
Okay.
Can we talk about that? Let's lean in on this.
Can we lean in on this? We're coming up on. Hey, there will be a ticker that is about to happen. I feel like it's any second now. It's gonna tell us we need to stop. So there are 2,600 Chick-fil-A restaurants in the country. In Canada, they're now in Canada. They're opening in Puerto Rico. They've doubled the number of chains since 2007, and they open 300 chains a year. And they double. So which is interesting. They only take on 130 new franchisees. Some of those are actually getting a second one. Okay. So it's not all the same. They're all about values. Culture is important to them. It's based on Christian values, but you don't need to be a Christian, but you do need to have humility, generosity, and kindness.
So good. Take me there. That really slaps, my guy.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's so hot right now.
So their mission statement or their corporate purpose is they want to glorify God by being faithful stewards of all that is entrusted to them, and they want to have a positive influence on everyone who came in contact with a Chick-fil-A, which I would say that for the most part they do. Except for Rita. There was one time. Rita! I'm like, Rita, a couple more Chick-fil-A sauce. Can you not? Can I
get my wrench?
Can you? So they are closed on Sundays, which is interesting. I didn't. I guess this is so obvious. I just didn't think of it because I'm not that smart. This is not so that people in their business can go to church. It's actually so that they have a chance to get a day off. It's a guaranteed day off for their employees. That's why they do it.
Okay.
It's not so that they're like, hey, you need to everybody get out and go to church. They have never gone public. There isn't a benefit for them to be publicly traded. They don't need extra cash or investors to keep building. They're already doing really well. Employees are treated the way that they are expected to treat customers. So locations that have to wear masks, they are training their employees to go above and beyond to facilitate physically with the rest of their body that they are smiling. They train them on how to do it because you can't see their
You don't
face.
want to get one of those creepy little like Ziploc bag looking things.
Oh gosh. You seen those?
Yeah,
it's
they're
all fogging
super
up.
creepy.
Yeah,
no, Daddy no likey.
No, I do not like it at all.
No, that is not a sweet potato Neil. Was that this episode?
Yeah, that was this episode.
Okay, good.
They're starting to roll together. So there are 3 things that they give to charitable foundations, and those 3 are education, homelessness, and hunger. They give to those 3. I know you do.
Yeah.
You know who also likes?
Chick-fil-A.
It doesn't work right. It doesn't work right if I go right straight
The
to
Rock?
it. I know I can't. Can we will it rock before we do 3v3?
Neil, it's our podcast. We do whatever we want.
All right.
The question on everyone's mind: will it rock?
Could The Rock be an operator?
Probably yes.
Oh, sorry, Brian.
Brian, we got this. Brian, we got
enough.
this. We got this. Trying to get this episode in 30 minutes or less. Can't have you just chit-chatting out there, Brian.
Brian. This is Brian.
Could
Explains
he be
Everything
an
podcast.
operator? He wouldn't spend the time to do it.
That's
There's
what I'm
no
saying.
way.
He would get selected, and it would be like his Supreme Court justice nomination. It would just go on his list of resumes. He says when
Let's
he
say
announces
that he
himself at
does.
WrestleMania
Yep.
once every 5 years.
Franchisee applicant is what
Supreme
you have to
Court
say.
justice, Hobbs and Shaw, multi-million-dollar, billions investor, invested in the show.
nothing. So I wonder how many of these. I bet. When is his cheat day? You think his cheat day is on Sundays?
Absolutely.
So he's never had Chick-fil-A then.
Nope. Not unless he froze it.
I could see him. I really wish they would make. Okay, wait a minute. Do they? They might already. So
I don't know. You gave me like
their
5-sentence starts. But
I went through and edited. I edited what I was going to say
so
like
good.
5 times in my head.
I'm here
So I've had the grilled chicken nuggets. Also, somebody said this to me the other day. I've never had the chicken minis.
Oh, they're delicious.
Some
You
of
put
the
honey
girls
on
here
them?
were asking in the office. They're like,
my
"Hey,
goodness.
have you ever had this?" I'm like, "I'm sorry. Actually, weird enough, I've never had them."
I went through a chicken mini phase where I would put the honey on it, let it soak into the bread
But
part.
what is it? It's just like a bun and
It's like
and
a little
chicken nugget.
Yeah, but it's really soft, generous bun. It's like a roll. You know the rolls that are real smooth on top?
Generous.
Yeah,
What?
super
Okay.
juicy and anti-crispy. It's so good.
Okay.
Soft.
The buns are
luscious.
juicy?
Yeah, you bite through it when it's soaked in a little bit of honey, and then you got that fried chicken on there.
But it's the same.
I'm here. I'm close my eyes. I'm there. I used to be a chicken mini guy, and then I moved into the breakfast burrito, and the burritos. Oh my goodness,
Really?
they're absolutely divine.
I've only
They're
had the,
Cara Delevingne.
So wait a minute. You're not telling me it's not just like one of their Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches cut up into 4 pieces.
No, the bread is different. So the bread is like it's you know those like Hawaiian rolls where it's kind of like the bread is like a little mouth of a badger, and it like if you cut it open, it just kind of it encapsulates what's inside of it.
Yeah.
It's like little bitty ones of those, but they're like buttery on top, and the bread itself is delicious. My eyes are literally closed right now
Badger
thinking
mouth.
about this.
Like a little
It's
bitty
like a little
badger
bitty
mouth.
a baby badger eating a grasshopper, but the grasshopper is a fried piece of chicken. Oh my gosh!
Are there
there's-
pickles in there?
Oh gosh, no! There's 2 very
eyes are
miniature
still
pickles.
closed.
Why did you take me out of my moment? Like I was literally there, and then you
eyes
stuck 2
opened.
little mini pickles in the middle of it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so it's different bread.
Yeah.
Is it like a biscuit?
It's not a biscuit. It's like
We're spending a half hour explaining
So
what a
you know at
chicken mini is.
Starbucks they've got their they've got the bread that goes in the Gouda. It's like smooth on top.
Never had that either.
No, but you've seen it in the case. With
Yeah,
the
I've seen it in
flies.
the case.
Yeah. Okay.
You mean the fly container? It's like an ant farm but for flies. Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, and so it's like that bread, but the bread is just really good. So, like, if you're gonna
Okay.
do that and you're gonna go with the fried chicken in there, like you have to have a bread that like just kind of it molds on top. It's like Play-Doh on top of it. And it's smooth, and they put so much butter on it.
I'm amazed you're still here right now.
I'm
amazed
so
you
good.
haven't left and
I was
gotten in the
starting to
car and
leave
driven
in my
away.
mind. So it's good. But I go breakfast burritos, and I'll be honest, it's because I love the chicken minis, but I only love them when I put a little bit of honey on them and then I let it like melt into it.
Okay.
And when I'm driving, that's hard to do. Like you're like trying to do a lot and it's dangerous. I've got a child in there.
Yeah,
a child.
And you don't put it back there, little baby badger.
No, I don't want to
That's
do
so
that.
terrible.
Finn gets the minis, but he just eats the chicken out of the middle. And I'm like, Finn, then
Could
just
get a
get
nugget.
chicken, my guy.
Yeah.
And so, anyways,
Do
but
you
I
get
like
to
the
eat
breakfast
biscuits
burritos.
and the bread. Do you eat the bread then?
No, because the bread really goes well with the biscuits and the honey. It has to have all 3, Neil.
Tyler's going to do his
It's like
dissertation on
Jordan,
chicken minis.
Pippen, and Rodman. You need all 3. If not,
have
you've
to
got
have
the
it.
Wizard
Yeah,
situation or the Trailblazer situation or whatever Rodman
And you
did
know
afterwards.
Draymond's getting kicked out.
First off, how dare you?
He is. He's getting kicked out.
Of what?
Another game.
Nuh-uh.
He's getting ejected again.
Are you saying?
He always gets thrown out.
Stop it.
I'm sorry.
He already got ejected once.
I know
Stop
he did
it.
recently. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the party, pal. This is 3v3.
A lot just happened in the break right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. If you're watching on video.
Sorry, viewers. You
Yeah.
get to see that, but listeners, sorry, you don't get to. Okay, so if Chick-fil-A only adds, so 3v3 is a contest, a competition. It's an all-out war. Tyler picks 3, I pick 3, and we see who would win in a 3v3 contest. And so what I think we should do is, because Chick-fil-A only adds a certain amount of new things to their menu, we should pick a new item, a new meat that actually has to go into their process that would actually win. So,
absolutely.
So what
You go first.
I'm going to go first.
Yeah.
I think they should actually just take portions of the McRib, the meat from the McRib, and put those in there.
That was what I was going to say for my first one.
Are you
Looks
serious?
Like, yeah, we both wanted to pick Reggie Bush, and you got him. Good job.
Yeah.
I'll go with Matt Leinart.
No.
How's his career going to pan out?
Not good.
Yeah, I was about to say, my sealed 2006 boxes don't do as well.
Not worth as much.
Not near as well as 2005 with Aaron
McRibs
Rodgers.
are good.
McRibs are so hot right now.
They're really good.
I don't think that they're that good.
Okay.
So I guess I'm just gonna go with Subway. You know the pepperoni they put on their pizza Subways.
I've never
We're
had
not
those.
using that. That was a pump fake. We're gonna use the meatball meat. So cut up the meatball into 4 slices. Yeah.
I like that.
And you put it on your chicken mini buns with the honey.
Okay. Mine would be, as far as new items, they already make mac and cheese, right? I've never actually had it, but they make mac and cheese.
My kids eat it.
I would say put a meatloaf with that.
Meatloaf in the mac and cheese?
No, just with it, like as another
like
side.
real meatloaf or pictures of meatloaf?
No,
he passed away. Didn't he die? Didn't Meatloaf die? The guy? I don't know. I'm looking it up. No. I'll do it. You've got so much on your plate.
I said put meatloaf in there. What is your? I think meatloaf is good. I like meatloaf.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
I did for a while, but I really just can't get behind it.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but I mean,
meatloaf's not going to leave. I can't get behind meatloaf.
Can't get behind that.
Is the person or the actual potted, panned meat covered in ketchup?
He died.
Did he really?
He died in 2022.
Wow.
He died in January.
That's Mr.
This year.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, he was in Nashville when he died.
Wow. I didn't realize that.
People don't know that.
Okay, what's your third one?
Man. Meatloaf. I was going to say Meatloaf.
Okay.
The singer.
Okay.
That's terribly inappropriate.
That's bad.
Don't say that, Tyler. You can't say that. Yeah.
My pleasure.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because on keto, it's like you want to eat the chicken minis, you can't. You can't eat the chicken minis.
Yeah,
the
you
bread,
eat the grilled. You eat the grilled.
You can eat the grilled, but you can't eat it with the bread. And so what you do, you can't eat bread on keto, Neil.
No.
You know this.
What?
What you do is you take the fried chicken and then you peel the fried part off and just the chicken middle. So they don't have to go anywhere for this other meat. They just take the fried off of it. They don't grill it, but they take the fried off of that. So you surgically cut off the fried skin.
That sounds dangerous.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Yes,
So
it does.
KFC used to have, it was called a double down.
Yeah.
And it was chicken as the bun
Yeah.
with chicken and bacon and cheese in the middle.
Absolutely.
I would do that with Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
But then I also put a crab leg in the middle of it with all the
from
crunchy
Long John
stuff on it.
Silver's?
Yeah.
Is that what we're thinking? We going Long John LGC?
My wife loves
LGS?
Long John Silver's.
Really?
She loves it.
Have you checked her if she's a serial killer? Because the only people that like Long John Silver's.
Do you know what Arthur Treacher's is?
Yeah, I don't. It sounds like Arthur's Creatures.
Arthur's Treacher's.
Which is probably like a children's book or something.
It's the fourth in the oh my gosh, the joke is going away. What's the latest Harry Potter? Not the Crimes of Grindelwald. What is it? Oh, Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
But I was going to say with Arthur Treacher's Fantastic Beasts. It doesn't matter. So it's a fish place, but it's probably only up north. All right, guys, that's it. That's our Why Chick-fil-A Can't Lose episode.
Yeah, they really can't.
Our job is to help educate you so you can say the smartest person. I can't use the word smartest person in every room that you're in. And this is why Chick-fil-A can't lose, because they are limiting the amount of restaurants. They limit the way franchisees come in, and they also don't increase their menu options. They just do what they do really, really well.
That's so good.
That's actually Tyler's catchphrase. That's what he's known for, doing what he does really, really well.
I've never been accused of that in my life.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes,
I legitimately have not.
You should be. I'm accusing you. We're going to court.
First off,
like Johnny Depp.
Topical.
Oh.
Hey,
all right, guys.
We don't want to crap the bed. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry. All right. Thank you guys so much. Again, it's not my TED Talk anymore. Neil.
No, it is.
This is
It
you.
is. No, this is not.
We're about 6 months away from Neil just doing this on his own without me. So.
I'm recording all of your audio clips so I can go back in and put them all on a giant pad, and I can just hit your replies whenever I want. And
that's
it's just
good,
me.
Neil. I agree. Not like that.
Johnny's daddy.
All right. Thank y'all for coming to Neil's TED Talk.
Bye. That's not.
Thanks for listening to the Explain Everything podcast. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Explain Everything Podcast. We're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, but you're already here. We love you. No, actually, we're in love with you. Thanks for coming on our TED Talk. Bye.